What a lap!
Hello and welcome to the Purple Sectors, a brand new F1 podcast with no track limits and only full sense. My name is Kanal, and on the coffee table we have Pooja and Shashank. Now, Pooja is a lifelong Ferrari fan just like me, and Shashank's a lifelong Kimi fan, probably like us again. But so welcome everyone. So, guys, we've been in the mid-season break. I, for one, have actually enjoyed this break because I didn't have to deal with any more Ferrari sorrow. So the first 2 weeks, especially, I was extremely happy. I'd kind of forgotten what had happened in the first half of the season. But now's the right time to go back, just look at some of the highlights of the season thus far. So I've actually put down some moments which I thought were noteworthy and something that we should
Talk
go back
about?
to and
Yes.
talk about.
Let's do it.
The first thing, obviously, is the Verstappen and Red Bull dominance. A lot of people, I'm sure you guys also have come
Yeah, I
across
don't think you
saying,
can go beyond that for this
Yeah,
season. That's
probably
the first. That's
Yeah.
the first thing that comes
Probably,
to any Formula One
probably.
supporter.
This season is definitely, I would think, like a fight for second or third place. Honestly,
It is,
with
it is.
the-
It's
maybe not even second. I would say third.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
why
I
not
think it'll be-
second?
yeah,
I
second. I
am
think second
not
is
too
definitely up for
sure.
grabs.
Let's see.
think
I
even,
hope so, but
even
let's
with
see.
Checo
There's-
in the second Red Bull,
Like,
I think it's
you think-
it's not a given that Checo is going to be second.
that's why at the start you had Aston Martin really
That's
doing a
true.
Red Bull from last season without Red
But
Bull.
now I think it's going to be fun because even McLaren is
In the mix,
In the
that's
mix,
true.
and
So
I would
let's-
say, like I think before Mercedes or Ferrari or Aston Martin gets to win, I think I don't know. Somehow I feel like McLaren.
No, I think McLaren's
is
definitely
going
gonna
steal
come
a win
up,
before
but
before
let's see.
these are.
Obviously the Verstappen and Red Bull dominance, which is something which I didn't expect, to be honest. Again, the optimism, had come in from not really testing, but from the fact that I'm a little delusional with my Ferrari support.
No, I think I
but
expected
I-
Max too, but I didn't think it would be
Yeah, it would be
such
that,
a
this dominant.
huge lead.
Also, let's see what happens in the second half of the season because I think with their penalty, with their restriction
They are
on
too
wind
far
tunnel
ahead.
testing
That's the
happening.
thing. I think they're too far
Yeah,
ahead.
they're
We'll
too
only
far away.
close the
So-
gap.
So when there
possibly.
is a half a second gap, I would say on most circuits
Yeah.
now, it might come down to maybe
Couple of-
4/10 of a
Yeah.
second or 3/10.
Let's see.
Second.
Zandvoort
But-
will be a
The thing is, a lot of people keep saying, oh, the season is boring, you have one team dominating, but that's pretty much been the case with Formula One
That's true.
for
Yeah, there
But
have
was it
been
such
way
a-
back when.
That's true, but was it such a large dominance?
Let's go back to the last two periods of dominance. One was
Hamilton?
Mercedes-Benz
Yes.
with Hamilton. Did I just say Benz? Mercedes-Benz with Hamilton, and before that you had Vettel with Red Bull. Now, I
I
think
think before that we also had Michael. With
that was a
Ferrari.
great time for everyone,
Yes.
for every
Sure.
fan.
Schumacher,
So
Ferrari.
I'm not going to go to that
our
because
friend
everyone had a
being
good time.
Very fanatic Ferrari supporter has conveniently.
Those were good times.
Yeah.
Well, everyone
Great
enjoyed that
times.
time. I mean, like Vettel said,
Not
everyone's a
me.
Ferrari fan, whether you like it or not, whether you say it or
But
not.
for our dear friend,
Ferrari pain again. This is something I had to put down because it is what it is. The McLaren silver bullet. Now this is in reference to Toto saying there are no silver bullets, but somehow McLaren has
Has-
found one.
that's true.
I don't know how they found one, but I think
Somebody managed to, other
somebody
than the Red
managed
Bull.
to.
So
Yeah.
And it's been in the coming because I think.
I think someone spoke about
think,
it earlier
yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
DC
this
spoke about
after the
DC, yeah.
developments,
DC
then-
spoke about it.
DC
on,
got it from Hakkinen.
Yeah, he got it from
That
Hakkinen.
wait for a while and
Yeah,
we
we
will
will-
probably see
McLaren
McLaren
closes to the Red
challenge
Bulls.
Red Bull for their.
possibly
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
made it
At
to more
least if-
podiums than
if not for the wins, at least for
Podiums.
podium finishes. With,
right now. It's podiums
Perez.
only. Mhm.
Yeah, it's all about the podiums, I guess. P3 is what everyone fights for, and Perez tries to make it a little interesting by qualifying really
Really.
terribly. Just a couple of more things I wanted to just quickly run by. One was obviously Danny Rick's return, which was I expected it to happen. Once we saw the pressure piled on Nick
Nick.
de Vries.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think sometimes it's not just the fact that the driver's not doing well. The guy's not a marketable guy. He didn't seem to bring anything in terms of personality or something for the team which they can use. And Red
That's
Bull, I
true.
think, needs
Somebody
someone
on-
who
on-
really can
But
bring
as a-
out some
yeah,
kind
but
of
as a
personality.
driver, I think he should have been given a little.
But I think Red
I'll-
Bull is
yeah,
famous for
bit more-
doing this,
yeah,
right?
He should have
It's
been
not
given a
a-
little more of an opportunity. But like Pooja said, yeah, Red Bull is
Yeah.
somebody who's known for taking ruthless decisions.
Exactly.
Danny Rick to
Mid-
stay for
done-
next season with Alpha Tauri, which is going to be called
Which
something
is,
else, obviously.
if
Is that
he
a question?
performs, is
that
this a question?
or is that a
Yes.
statement?
Based on his performance now, the next couple of
Yeah,
races.
I
It's a
think
question.
I think it's still a question.
It's a question. I was just asking y'all. I think he'll
If anything,
definitely
his
stay.
personality will keep him for
100%,
sure.
100%. I think he'll stay because also Alpha Tauri is undergoing a huge change.
Correct.
It's going to not be a Red Bull B team in terms of it does its own thing in terms of design and all of that.
Yeah,
They're
so
going to
it-
basically, it's going to be an Aston Martin when they copy paste the car
Yeah.
from this year.
I don't know if they're going to
So it'll
copy
still be
paste the car,
fast.
but I
But
think
they
it-
did say the RB19 is going
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
next
yeah,
year's
it is
car,
the
right?
base.
But
That'll be the
I
base.
will probably not say copy paste, but I think it will work both ways because they want somebody who's experienced. So
Correct.
Ricciardo, somebody who's
He
experienced, who
is.
can probably
And he's
develop
driven a
car,
Red Bull before,
and he's
all of
driven a
this.
Red Bull before, and he's done well with Red Bull
Correct.
before also.
Exactly.
So
No,
the
he's
car
sure.
also maybe suits him a little more than
Maybe it's the year
The
of the
other cars that
Australians.
he's
Let's
driven.
see.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
No, I think he'll definitely be around. Now, most probably, I think it will be with the new, the rebranded Alpha Tauri.
Mhm.
Or if Perez really shits the bed, then it's
Then it's going to be a Red Bull season.
which is also possible. Before we move to our next segment, I know you guys have been reading about this. So Felipe Massa has put in
Yes.
an official
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
Yeah.
2008
so
championship.
2008 championship.
Yes.
Now
Should
I
have
have a
been
couple of
his.
my friends. I will not name names. They are completely crazy. So they want the championship to be given to Massa immediately. They have already made the.
I know these friends.
I don't, but
They have made a judgment. The judgment is in that it should be immediately returned to Massa, the rightful owner of that championship. But what's changed is basically Bernie coming and saying that within the same year of the championship, he had already come to know that there was some wrongdoing with PK's crash. So that's now changed things, and Massa has gone legal, and he's looking to rewrite the history books. Let's see where that goes. I know it's not going to go anywhere, but let's see how long
won't that
it
set
crumbles.
precedence if it does happen though? Won't Hamilton
They-
also have a
yeah,
case
they-
then?
Yeah, they'll open up Pandora's
open up a
box.
lot,
Yeah,
right?
It's not going to happen.
Highly doubt that
Highly,
that's going
not
to
gonna
happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's just been too many years, too long now.
Yeah, it's
so.
too long.
But it brings back memories. I remember that season. This was the season after Kimi won and said, "Okay, I'm just bouncing now."
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
2007 he won.
But 2008 he was
Two-
there.
2008.
He was there.
He
He
was
was, I
partnering
think,
Massa.
yeah.
He was there. He was
okay.
partnering Massa.
But Massa was the one. Massa had a really good season. That season he was outperforming.
So then he did deserve to
himself.
win, right?
He was very good. He was very good. But you know what happened in Singapore, right?
The crash
The
game.
Nelson Piquet crash. But
Yes.
you know what also happened in the Singapore Grand Prix? Anyone remembers?
No.
So Ferrari screwed up a pit stop.
Oh yeah, yes. The hose was stuck to Massa's
Yes,
car, right?
yes.
The fuel
Yeah,
hose. He
hose
went
was
out with
stuck.
it.
The hose was stuck.
Correct.
So there was a
Uh,
whole regulation change after that.
Yeah,
Because of
because-
the safety,
Yeah,
safety
yeah,
issues,
yeah.
and that's why refueling actually.
So Massa finished
stopped.
13th in that race, and Hamilton
Oh.
finished third. I think we threw most of the
highlights.
things that I wanted to just quickly run by, which includes the news and just what's happened in the championship. I think for our next segment, it's kind of a follow up or a segue from this segment is to look at our 3-word, not race reviews but season reviews up until now. So, does anyone want to
Mine's
start?
pretty evident. I would say.
Pooja would like to start. Pooja's.
I would say it's pretty evident to everyone. Red Bull domination would be the 3 words that I
Red
would
Bull
pick.
domination. That's
That's been the
terrible.
season's. That's my 3-word review of the season so far. What
I
about
think
you?
no explanation
yeah,
here. That's
no
very
explanation.
simple, Pooja.
Yeah,
Red
I
Bull
have,
domination.
It says it all.
Okay.
So I have
Fair point.
three words reviews for this season. I've found it.
Hey, I didn't know we could
What
do
a
this
start.
2, 3, 4, 5. So would I?
So
But
We have
I will
already
go for
broken
it.
the rules.
What
Go
to
for
do?
it.
So the first one, obviously, I mean, both are something to do with the Red Bull domination. The first thing is, I think the 2023 season, it should be named Fight for Second. It seems like Red Bull
Yeah.
Red Bull and especially Max is so in tune with the car.
Should I say
and the
Max
machine.
Verstappen domination? Let me change
Yeah,
that. That's probably
because
Max.
Checo is
Right, Red Bull domination is 2 words, Pujams.
Red Bull.
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull domination.
Oh, it's split the 2 words.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
Red
so
Bull
I-
is.
yeah,
Then
Red
I'll just say
Bull-
Max Verstappen domination. Let me. That's 3.
Yeah, so for me, the first thing is obviously fight for second.
Mm-hmm.
And the second also is something to do with Red Bull, where it's stay out of trouble is kind of the brief that is given, I think, to Max. All he has to do is stay out of trouble, and wherever he qualifies, wherever he starts the race,
He's going to finish
he's
number 1
going-
anyway.
It's so evident for the people.
So
who
he
are
just has to
watching.
finish the race,
Yeah,
basically.
So basically,
Yeah.
GP tells him, Max, stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And I think the spectator.
Technicality,
yeah.
that's 4 words, but just saying.
So the
Both
outer-
have come up with
so
3
out-
word
yeah,
reviews
outer-
which are
So my outer
incorrect.
is spelled OUTTA.
Abba,
So
oh,
then it's,
like that.
stay
Stay
out
out
of
of
trouble.
trouble.
So there is 3 words.
straight out of
All
Compton.
right, then. What about your 3
I
words?
have done this well.
Go for it.
4 words, 2, 3, 3
Hey,
words.
mine was 3 words. Red Bull is
Okay.
on 1.
And mine also was
Okay, yeah, once you made the spelling switch, it's correct.
So it was again a 3.
Go for it. Let's see
Straight out
yours.
of Compton, that's- No, fair point. Fair
What
point.
is yours?
Very well done, guys.
Thank you. We
My
appreciate
3
the sarcasm.
My 3-word review is I am stupid. Why am I stupid? Because I'm still a Ferrari fan.
Couldn't agree more.
So I am stupid is my 3-word review. The basis to this is, I think it goes back to 2022. With the new regulations, I was super excited about the car and even more excited after the first 3 races. And then obviously what happened. With a lot of issues with reliability and obviously terrible strategy. But also I think I go back to that technical directive 39. I think this is when Toto was banging about saying that the cars are unsafe, that the drivers are at risk. So I think that TD39 kind of messed up the whole, setup with Ferrari with the ride height, and then the flexi flow was taken away from us. So the one innovative thing that we did that was
taken away.
from us. So it's always on the cusp.
No
whether
surprises.
I mean, yeah, is it usable, not usable? Is it within the regulations, not? So yeah, going into the new season, new boss. So Binotto obviously was asked to leave. I was not really sure with Fred Vasseur to begin with because he seemed really casual, and as a Ferrari boss, I don't
He
think
still
casual
seems a
works.
little
He
on
seems
the
a bit-
passive
Yeah,
side,
he's
but-
super passive.
Lot.
But what I'd hoped is what we would iron out is we already had a strong base car. The issue with the car was that, the degradation was high, especially once you ride the car a little high. But obviously the deg was so bad. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been so bad this season that, literally whatever they do, like within the first few laps, they're about leave the Red Bull. I think even with the likes of, the Mercedes and, even the
But
McLaren
It's
ones.
really not that bad on all the tracks. Sometimes.
No, their deg is bad.
But fair enough. I think they started off the season having
The
the.
deg
I
is
think they
bad.
know the issue.
Yes.
It's now how to fix the issues, rather.
They should.
So that's I think with most teams now that they know
Yeah.
the issue.
So
But the-
hopefully now
Yeah,
summer break,
but
everyone
the
comes
problem
back.
with Ferrari, that what irritates me is like they seem to know the issues, but they don't seem to find any solutions. Not
That's-
like leave the silver bullet. Like they knew there was an issue with once the ride height was raised last season that they had to work on getting, the deck down and see how to utilize a nice base car to really make some improvements and make it better. Now that they didn't do, and then you still have Mr. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D
E,
guy.
Plan F.
He's asking, yeah, he should crowdsource, strategies. He
Yeah,
should
but I
do a
think-
live poll or
correct.
something. Like
More
it's
than,
just
more than the
ridiculous.
take and the car, I think
They are a very
I think the leadership.
poorly run
yeah,
team.
So I have been discussing. We should probably
Yeah, I mean,
get into
I'm scared of.
strategy
I mean, I'm
sometimes.
scared of those alphabets. No? A,
Yeah.
B, C, D, E, F.
And then to ask the driver also
Yeah, I feel like,
constantly,
yeah,
what do you
keep asking
think?
the
Should
driver.
he drive or should
Yeah,
he think
even
of what to
even
do?
if you have multiple strategies, I think there should be somebody at the helm or the leader.
Exactly,
should be
there
able to
should
say
be
that
a
it's
leader.
plan A.
Somebody who's
If it's
firm
plan
and who's
A,
confident,
Yeah, if it's
right?
plan A, then plan B.
Yeah.
Plan A. Otherwise, plan B or plan C. You can't.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think
I think
leadership.
it's to do
Leadership
with the
because
leadership and
you know even when Ferrari. I mean, obviously we haven't won since 2007, but even when we came close to winning, we still had some strong, people at the helm. So
yes,
it was run by a team, and generally, I don't know. I mean, as a Ferrari fan, one of the things is it's passion. It's
Correct.
that
Yes.
level of that. That's why you love Ferrari because it
It's a
shows.
passionate-
Ferrari
5 points.
might finish third because of the points that they got in the first half, but I think going into the second half of the season, I think McLaren will be number 3.
McLaren.
Yeah, number 3 for the second half.
Hey, you revealed
My
my
God.
anyway.
Yeah,
No,
let's cut
even
that
like
out.
Let's cut that out.
for Aston Martin, even if they figure out a way to again get back to pace, you
Might
have
be a
one
bit too
driver
late.
who's making
Yeah.
giving them all the
Yes.
points. I mean, Alonso's again outstanding.
The old is
Alonso's
gold,
one.
so-
He's too good. He's the only
Yeah.
guy who can manage that. I mean, if he had a plan A, plan B guy, I think he can
Yeah.
figure out a strategy. He's
Yeah, I think
thinking.
Alonso
He's
is
doing a lot. He's
extremely,
extremely
yeah,
good.
extremely
He's
sharp.
fantastic. Very sharp.
But
He knows the ins and outs of.
He's been here for so long, so old is gold.
Yeah,
Also,
he's
he's
too
so
good, yeah.
experienced. I mean, he
Yeah,
knows
he's
his
super
car.
experienced.
He knows his car. He knows his
the inside
racecraft.
out.
He knows it all.
I mean, I remember that Azerbaijan, he was giving his brake bias, saying, asking
Yeah, he
Stroll
was
to
actually
use it.
sharing his
info.
Mm.
with Lance.
That's true. I remember.
But then Lance crashed after that. So then that was up for speculations whether he
Yeah,
was
we don't know.
actually
We
being
can speculate. Yeah, that's true.
The nice
the
guy.
nice teammate that we all thought he was.
No,
or
the
he
brake
was
bias
just-
didn't work for Lance, obviously. His driving style is
Yeah.
completely
Yeah,
different.
that is true.
Yeah. But he
Everybody's
crashed
driving
on
style
that.
is going to be different. You have to figure out your.
Yeah,
brake
Alonso
bias.
is very famous for liking an understeer car, which is surprising. Usually, you would want an oversteer car. But yeah, I think we've kind of covered our 3-word mid-season review. So we have a couple of more segments that we'll get into before closing. The first is we call it the undercut.
So box,
so basically, the idea is to get some really interesting predictions from y'all for the second half of the season, which is out of the box, which is for you to get an advantage. The advantage being you go up on a leaderboard of 3 people and you become top. So
You want to go? Should I go?
You can go. Although I think you stole mine, but go for it. You already said it, so cut that. Go.
So I think my prediction is Red Bull is going to win everything except for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and go all out for that Grand Prix just to make it a all Red Bull winning season, and they're going to have reliability issues there.
Wow, very specific. I love
they're
it.
gonna
That's
have
what
reliability
very
issues
specific
there.
undercut.
And also, I think the other teams are also going to go all out because they want to take at least one Grand Prix off Red Bull.
Blocking strategy. Full,
Yeah,
maybe like 18 cars are trying
maybe-
to do something.
So it comes down to Abu Dhabi, you're
So
saying?
if it comes down to Abu Dhabi and Red Bull are going to, probably not win only the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, not because they're not quick, but I
But
think
because
they're
they
going to
get-
have reliability issues, and I think it'll either be a Mercedes or a McLaren win at Abu Dhabi. I'm hoping it's Lando Norris
he's
for
really very
Lando Norris for his first win in
very
Abu Dhabi.
pessimistic about Ferrari. Not
In my
Ferrari
heart of
in any
hearts,
good-
I want Ferrari to be
Yeah.
to finish P3, but I think the rookie Australian Oscar is
He's
gonna
good,
make
very good.
he's gonna be featuring
On the podium.
quite a bit, I would think.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I would
I
think.
think I would agree.
I think so. That is my undercut. That's my prediction. You said
Very,
it has
very
to be
strong
wacky, right?
predictions.
So,
Yeah, very, very strong. Very cool prediction.
although in my heart of hearts, I still want, let me just say this, I want the Ferrari boys to make it to the podium, P2, P3, P1, whatever it could be, but it is what it is.
Okay, my undercut prediction is that Red Bull's perfect season implodes in the first race after the mid-season break. It's going to implode in Zandvoort.
No, that's dark.
Yeah, it's going to implode.
It's a little on the morose side, I mean, yeah, but
Very
aren't
morbid.
we all hoping for it secretly? Sorry, Red Bull, but
I just think, it's going to be down to luck, not because they're going to lose pace. But I just feel, the last radio conversations that Max was having with GP over the last 3-4 races has been around, let's do a pit stop for fun almost. And it's just getting a bit too casual. I think they need to kick up their backside where, it starts becoming a little bit more, let's take this a bit more seriously because it's become so easy for them
Yeah.
that they're going to drop the ball.
This is half an undercut. But I think Williams is going to do really well in it. Because they have a slippery car.
Yeah, they have a very slippery car, but
So it's a low down.
Okay,
course.
we've
Yeah,
made our
low
predictions.
low
Let's
down
see
course.
which
So I
ones
think
come.
Williams will do well.
we'll see which ones
Probably
come.
do a top 5 for Albon.
Shashi doesn't go with one prediction. He always goes minimum two.
Everything.
Everything
one,
is
two.
two.
Everything one,
like
two,
I'm
three,
going to do
one,
a mix
two,
of
three.
two. So
This is a half an
he's a guy who doesn't go with the rules. So just one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about before we close our first episode of the podcast is so you can introduce something else, another new, not new. This is everything is new. So the segment that I want to introduce is our favorite segment, Poojam. It's the smooth operator segment.
No need to ask.
The
He's a
smooth operator.
Operator
The
segment.
smooth
is-
operator segment. The smooth operator is also
is-
my favorite.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
FYI.
correct. So ideally, we would want to say that the smooth operator is the smooth operator, which is Carlos Sainz.
yeah,
But the
no,
segment's
it's-
about just and I'm going to tell you all in advance that while we could easily go with smooth operator being Max for the first half of the season,
I think
let's
let's
not
go away
say
from the
let's
obvious.
go from
no?
the obvious.
Yeah.
Let's give the smooth operator title to someone else for the first half of the season other than Max. So I love your recommendations for the smooth operator for the first half.
You want me to go?
Go for it.
I think my smooth operator is Oscar
Oh,
Piastri.
dude, I shouldn't have let you go.
no
man.
need to ask.
You all have
He's a smooth operator.
in the side, I think.
Okay, I
Oh, yeah.
know
Oh,
we
no,
did.
no,
He's
no.
just stealing all my answers
I
over
think
here.
it's Oscar Piastri.
Then my smooth operator
No,
in
you
the
all
second
also
half
can
of the
be the
season.
Oscar
It is
Piastri.
Oscar
It's
Piastri.
Oscar
It
Piastri.
is Oscar Piastri.
Because I think it obviously for me
But
started
I'm
with-
gonna
Yeah.
throw in one
Curveball.
and no, not really a curveball, but I think second half of the season Carlos will be smooth operator.
No need to
Start of the
ask.
season
He's a
had
smooth operator.
very woeful.
Woeful, absolutely
It
horrible.
was horrible. But I think he was,
He was-
very
I
calm.
love the fact that he's so calm.
He's-
Like
he's
even when
very
he's
calm.
losing or he's at the back
Yeah,
of the
he's-
field or he's in a
yeah,
winning
he's just
position,
there.
he's just very calm.
Yeah,
Which is
he-
for a
Also-
rookie, he's too good. Yeah, very good.
I think
That's
even
it. You're one. Oh, I thought you were giving one more option now.
No need to ask. He's a smooth operator.
All right, Kunu, to you.
Yeah, my smooth operator is also, I think, I would say close in the sense it's the same team. I think Lando Norris has absolutely stood out in terms of his performances and again his demeanor, his
Yeah,
the
His-
whole way he just he's I think literally built that team back together since the dark ages of Alonso being there, and then after that it was a team that needed someone like Lando to start the rebuild and put everything together. And he's extremely fast and he's extremely capable.
And
yes.
a good blow.
Then
So
our
let's see.
smooth operator for all of us in terms of team bosses is Zach Brown.
Yeah,
for
correct.
bringing everyone together. And
Exactly.
I just like the guy's vibe, but when things go well, he goes and hugs everyone. He's high-fiving everyone.
Correct.
He
And
seems very involved.
equal to both
Yeah,
drivers,
yeah,
I would
equal,
say.
yeah,
He
he's
doesn't.
top, yeah, I think he's a good team principal, and he just exudes that level of confidence that things are just going to get better. Even when things are really bad, you don't get that sense from the
Correct. He
McLaren.
does.
You immediately get that from the Ferrari team. You know things are going bad. Everyone's morose.
is-
Charles is losing it on the radio. Carlos is also like
Carlos
what
is
are we
given
doing?
up.
Fred is like putting his tongue out.
But Fred is just a passive guy. Like that's his personality. I don't think he's. I think we are expecting him to be like a Toto or a Christian Horner, but he just cannot be, man. I don't think Fred is.
Also, I think you guys being Ferrari supporters, also with Binotto, you expected him to show.
I think I still honestly preferred Binotto a little more, but
yeah, I mean,
because he was.
same. I think he just.
I mean, I get the whole thing of bringing in an outsider, but
think
I
Ferrari
haven't
as
seen
such-
any drastic difference. So
I completely agree. I think Ferrari is, the culture at Ferrari is that it's,
When you
like, it's
have-
almost like a family setting where
Exactly.
you have to be part of the whole
correct.
Ferrari DNA for you to really understand
Which
that
is at
passion
least
and
what
the-
I think Binotto
which is-
had.
which is,
If
I
that
think,
is
important.
the essence of Ferrari, then why did they really
I have
get somebody from
no
the
idea,
outside?
but
That's
no, they
weird.
wanted to change it up. The whole idea is like we've been
Maybe
doing
they
it in
thought
a
that
way
was
which is obviously
too
not worked for us
traditional,
for 15
maybe.
years. It's time to change it up and it's too traditional.
So maybe
yeah,
Hopefully
maybe-
it'll pick
maybe it'll
up.
take
Yeah,
time.
but
Maybe it'll take
exactly.
time.
I mean, when it does,
If they
we're all
wanted-
going to be like, oh, hey, it
Yeah,
did
if
work.
they
At the
want to
moment,
change,
it hasn't.
I don't think the change is going to happen overnight or in one season. So you have to give it some time.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
even one season.
We'll give it some time. We are not like Red Bull.
25.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can,
I'm
we can
hopeful for
hope that-
2024.
Yeah, we can hope that things
I will
are
still hope
closer
for
to
20 the second half now, but let's see how it
But the
goes.
hope is what hurts. It's like you.
But you can never lose hope.
cannot lose
Where there
hope.
is hope, there is a way. Maybe.
Superb.
At least with
I
Tifosi.
write that down.
Yeah.
We
No, but
keep
it's-
looking for
it's-
the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, we will
But
keep
yeah, I mean, the couple of races I've gone to in person, it's literally been a heavy max. Really heavy on the max
That's
support.
just
and,
been
it's
this
Yeah,
season,
it's
so-
unfortunate that.
It's
not
unfortunate, but
it is
he's
what it is,
proved
because he's
himself.
proved
The car
himself,
has
yes,
proved
right.
itself. So I mean,
But
what can you do?
previously you would go to a race and you would generally see a lot of people in red.
Yeah.
It's kind of switching. Obviously,
yellow,
maybe
orange.
I've gone to races. Yeah, you see a lot of orange.
It's
You
still
see
a shade of
small-
red, Kunu. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Possibly. It's still there and there about. Yeah, if it's the
Or we
Dutch
treat it
fans,
as
yeah, it's
the
orange. and
McLaren
it is-
support. Let's look at it that way.
That's what Lando always does. Lando is
Yeah.
like, oh, they're all cheering
Yeah.
for me, and I'm so
We
happy.
look at it the way we want to look at it. So. But
Yeah,
no,
we have to.
kudos to
We have
Max, of course, and to Red Bull. But
No,
come
they're
on, guys, let's give the
fantastic.
others.
Fantastic.
a
I mean,
turn.
that level of
Yeah.
dominance
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
execution.
that level
I
of
have-
dominance for a very long time.
Also, shout out to Hannah Schmitz.
Exactly.
I think she is
We admire
outstanding.
you
We
as a
admire you.
strategist.
You're unbelievable. And
Would you like to
Yeah.
join Ferrari someday?
someday,
Hopeful
any
again,
day-
hopeful.
Yeah, straight swap with this plan A, plan B, plan C guy. Max also will say, I've had enough of Formula One. Leave. Like, he just go crazy.
Yeah.
Instead of GP as this guy, it'll be a fun kind
Yeah.
of setup for all of us. So yeah, I think we're done. I think that's pretty much our first attempt at our podcast. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. This has been great fun. I think.
Yeah, it's been
And
fun for
this
us.
is-
I hope it's just
yeah,
been
we
as fun
hope
for
that we can do
you.
a lot more.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a good thank you and goodbye for now.
For now,
From
we'll
Purple
see you
Sectors,
soon.
we'll
Yeah.
see
We'll see you.
guys.
What a lap.